So today is the end of week 4, and I have officially been here for 1 month and 2 days. But I'll go into talking about some more differences here in Chile for me. So for my classes, they're 3 hours, which is crazy to me because back home my classes are only like 45 minutes usually, or sometimes like an hour and 30 minutes. So if it's 45-minute classes, like we have it 3 times a week, or the hour and 30-minute classes, we have it 2 times a week. But here we have like 3 hour classes, which is really long, but we do get like a 20-minute break, and so we only have that the class once a week, so that's really different for me. And also, like here, they say, like back home in Texas, like people would say like "si way" or "no way," but here they say like "si po" or "no po." Po is just like their way, I guess. It's just slang for however you want to use it. And also, you have to pay to use restrooms here. Mostly, like, not like in malls or restaurants or anything like that, but like at the soccer game that we went to, you have to pay. It's not expensive, but you have to pay like it's less than $1, maybe like 50 cents converted to US, but you have to pay. And also, like in the restaurants and like at the malls, usually the restroom's not. I mean, not the restroom. The toilet paper is not in the restroom, so you have to get toilet paper before you actually go into the restroom. So that was really different for me. And so, yeah, on Thursday I went to the Chile versus Argentina game, and it was really fun. It wasn't as crazy as I thought it was gonna be. Like the whole time, I thought we were gonna be standing and like shouting and stuff. But like at the beginning, we were, and then like most of the time we sat down. But like when we scored, it was like going crazy. Or when there was a bad call, or like when we thought like we were gonna score, we'd like stand up, and then we were like, oh no. But it was really cool to see. So when Argentina, like when they're saying their national anthem, we had like these green cards you hold up, and it's like to show respect. And then, but then I didn't really get it because as soon as the song was done, we like threw them like at the field, and there was like all these green cards flying everywhere. So I was like, I feel like it kind of contradicted like the respect thing, but it's something that they do. And oh my god, the stadium, like I think we had like an awesome view because right in back of the stadium there was like all these mountains. And we got there really early because we wanted good seats. We got there like probably 2 or 3 hours before the game even started, and so like we got to see like the way the sky moved. Like at one time we couldn't really see the mountain, and at a certain time the sky was like turning pink and you could see the peak of the mountain. It was so pretty. And then at night you couldn't see it at all, but then at one moment you could see like the moon coming out of the right behind the mountain. That was really pretty. And so at the game we learned some of the chants, and so I learned two, and they don't have that many. Like there's probably like five, but I learned two. So one is you say, well, one person says se h-e and you say chi, and then they say ele and you say le, and then you say chi 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 le viva Chile. And so that was one I learned. And then another one which was really easy, it was like ole, 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 Chile, Chile. So that one, I was like, oh, I got that one down. But all the other ones, they had they had too many Spanish words, so I was like, I might learn those another time. And oh, I also got on the jumbotron at the game. I was like, dude, when it was like the dance cam, and I was like, I need to get on that. And so one of the times, I don't have a video, but I have a picture, so I'll post that. And so I was able to get on the jumbotron. I wanted to like, cause at first they were doing the jumbotron just for fun, and then later they started like doing the dance cam for like to win something. And it's like, oh, I want to do something or win like they had stuffed animals. I think like some jerseys, but I didn't win. And then let's see also about the game. Oh, for our hostel, so we actually met a lady she was from Turkey, and she's been traveling for 14 months. And I think that's crazy. And she's been going all around South America, and she's still going to be here until like June. And I was like, that's crazy. 14 months by yourself. And I thought that was really cool. And they had people working there from like all different countries. And I thought that was really neat as well. But I didn't even end up staying in the hostel. So what happened is we went to the game. And then after the game, like everybody wanted to go out just to like see how Santiago is. And so we went out and then we didn't leave like the club until like 5 in the morning. And then like a group of us just wanted to just go home in the morning. And so, but by the time we got back to the hostel, it was already, by the time we got situated, changed, everything, it was already 6 o'clock and the bus left at 7. So we didn't even sleep. We just got our stuff from the hostel and went straight to the bus and then came back all the way to Viña. So that was definitely a trip to remember. And that was like my first hostel, and I didn't even get to sleep in it, but it was fine. So, and then also, if you don't know what a hostel is, it's basically kind of like a dorm situation, and it's really cheap. Like, I only paid $10 to stay there, and they usually have bunk beds, and ours had like 4 bunk beds, so like 8 beds in one room. And sometimes you can do like a mixed, so it'll be like guys and girls in a room, or sometimes you can reserve just girls, or then you can also reserve just a single room by yourself. But like sometimes it's like the single room will be more expensive. um and yeah, and let's see what else. Oh, also on the way to the game, I saw this lady, probably the most innovative thing I've ever saw. So she had like a pushing cart, like a shopping cart, like from a grocery store. And so um, she turned the grocery cart into a grill. So she pulled up the things where the kids sit in, and underneath was like a grill, and she connected it to the top. And so on the top where the kids sit, that's where she was like cooking the meat, and then underneath was like coals and fire. And I was like, I have never seen that before, but it was very interesting to see. So like on the way walking to the game, like everybody's selling stuff. Like there's like fake jerseys and hats and flags and all this kind of food, and it's all like homemade food. Um, the fake jerseys actually looked really nice. They were like Nike. They looked very similar to them, and they weren't that much. They were like 10,000 mil, which is maybe like, oh god, I don't even know. Less than $20. So it's not that bad, I think, if I'm doing my conversion right. And in Santiago also was, we took a Uber for the first time. I didn't even know they had Uber, but one of the girls was telling me about it, because from the from our hostel to the soccer complex was like 40 minutes away, but on the way there we took the buses. And then on the way back, the trains weren't running anymore, so we were like had to either take a bus, the micros, or walk. But all the micros were full because like everybody from the stadium needed a ride home, and so they were really full. There was no way we are gonna get on one. So some of our group, they ended up walking, but we're like, I'm tired of walking, so we just called an Uber, and it really wasn't that bad. So for 3 of us, it was just 1 meal each, so like $1.50 maybe, for instead of taking a 30-minute walk. I was like, yeah, I'll definitely do that. And the all we took the Uber twice while we were there, and they all like dress really nice, like button up white shirt. They like, as soon as they get there, like they come out and like open the door for you. And I think that's just like how they operate, because I know when I was like doing Uber, I would just wear like leggings and like a regular shirt, and like I don't really care. But here I think they like want to be very proper, just I guess their culture. And because Uber doesn't require you like, oh, you have to wear this, you have to wear this. So I think it's just how they'd like to do it. And let's see. And so yeah, from the Santiago trip, I definitely learned like, while you're traveling, you just kind of have to go with the flow, when you can't really plan stuff out, because even if you do plan stuff out, it probably won't even happen. Because even when we got back from like the club, like we didn't have the keys to the room, so we were locked out for a good 30 minutes, and we're just sitting there, and you just have to wait. And Yeah, so I definitely learned. And this is just like a trip that's an hour and a half away. So I can't imagine when I make like a long 3 week trip traveling, backpacking. Like, I can't even imagine how it's going to be. So we will see. And also, I found out because I've been wanting to volunteer here in Chile. And so I asked the lady in charge of our study abroad program about opportunities. So she gave me the contact information to this lady that has a program in Valparaiso, which is like 10-15 minutes away from Viña. And so she told me like there's three different parts. There's one where you can like uh, write lesson plans for kids. Another one is actually teaching the kids English, and these are in low income neighborhoods, of course. And another one is teaching the same kids how to surf. So I emailed the lady, and she told me about an orientation, but I was in Santiago, so I wasn't able to make it. But hopefully, I'll be able to start next week. So that's something I'm actually really excited about. And yeah, that's it. And yeah, and today was Easter, and so today is actually the first day like I kind of miss my family. It wasn't like really like major like oh I want to cry, but cuz like today I saw everybody with their families and doing Easter egg hunts, and like usually when I'm with my dad, Easter's like a huge thing, like the cascarones and hiding eggs and everything. So yeah, this is well, not the first holiday I've missed, but being here, I was like, oh. But I talked to my sisters and my mom, so that was fine. And yeah, and then this week, I think we're planning to go back to Santiago to like explore the city and hike maybe a mountain, and then I also want to surf sand dunes, I think they're called. So it's just basically like a hill of sand, and then you have like a boogie board, and then you go down. So stay tuned for that, and I will continue to keep y'all updated.